What is going on, Soul Fam? It is your shaman, your sister in spirit, and your friend Alicia here. And today we are going to be telling a tale and really just talking about this Gemini new moon. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to be getting into all of it. I'm really going to share it from the perspective of self, of what's going on in my life. And as we all know, we are not only separate, but we are one. And so I hope that through this authentic share and through my revelation, that you can also reflect in that within yourself. So what's up, everyone? If you are here, drop a comment. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. All right, and let's get into it. The tale for today is called The Shadow. There once was a man who was terrified of his own shadow and lived in fear of the sound of his own footsteps. Walking along one day, he entered a panic and tried to flee at top speed. But as fast as he ran, his shadow and footsteps kept up with him and made him run all the faster until he finally collapsed of exhaustion and died. If he had only sat down in the shade of a tree, he would no longer have been able to see his shadow or hear his own footsteps. So there's that. You know, we talk about a lot about this topic, the shadow, right? What is the shadow self? What is this thing? Why am I so afraid of it? And I really just keep diving deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this topic because it is just so fascinating how in philosophy, how in psychology, how in religion, we do talk about this duality of life, this positive aspect of ourselves, this negative aspect of ourselves, this highest self and this lowest self, this angel and this devil, right? We have one on each side of us. And like, what does it all mean? Like, genuinely, what does it mean? And just because it's positive or negative, does that mean that it is good or bad? And the more that I sit with my guides, honestly, the answer that keeps coming back is no. Positive and negative, each side of the coin is neither good or bad. But you, as the conscious creator, have the opportunity to decide what it is. Isn't that wild? We get to decide what's good, what's bad, and thus, what is right or wrong for us? What is right or wrong based off of where we are in our lives currently, with what we know, with what we have. And so, by judging others and by judging ourselves, what we do is we forget that there are infinite amount of possibilities. There are infinite amount of choices that can be made at any given moment. There are 8 billion people on this planet. There are 8 billion different realities that are happening simultaneously in different places, in different spaces, with different experiences. Wow, his shadow never hurt him. He hurt himself. Right. I love that statement. Because isn't that true? It is our own judgment of the shadow. It's our own fear of it. It's our running away from it that exhausts us, that hurts us. So getting into the share of what's going on, like this new moon has been pretty interesting. So I'm a Gemini. I'm a June Gemini. Okay. And I kind of laugh a lot about this with my friends in terms of like, you know, Geminis are known to be kind of two-faced. We're known to kind of be airheaded and all over the place. And I used to watch a YouTube person. His name was Daniel Boom. And he would he would say that, if there's a divine feminine and a divine masculine in each of us, then in a Gemini, there's two of them, two of each. So there's four. And I always laugh because I'm like, that low key feels accurate to me. Gemini season, being a Gemini and kind of doing research on it, it does kind of feel like the polarity of like going back and forth, as opposed to a Libra who uses the scales to kind of balance things out. I feel a Gemini is kind of like, here's this, and then here's this. And there's no true middle ground. There's no real truth because any of it can be real, right? All of it's real. None of it's real. And I feel that this new moon was really guiding us into that space. Like, what is real? What is real? I felt communicating with some people in my life, it was like, I'm manifesting so much. Like, I am such a conscious creator that I'm asking for things and they're just happening. But I'm not able to keep up with them. And I don't know what perspective to take. So for me, it's like one twin is like, I want this, 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 and this. And then it comes. And then the other twin's like, this sucks. This isn't what I wanted. Why are you making us wear the same clothes? I have my own style. I have my own wants. I have my own needs. But really understanding, and I'm using the term Gemini, but like all of us have Gemini in our charts somewhere. So none of us can get super anchored into that reality, right? This is just an expression of what's happening universally in terms of what is going on in this new moon. The new moon is associated with new beginnings, right? Gemini is associated with multiple perspectives. That's what I'm going to say. Being a multifaceted being. So here we are at this place, if we are aligning with nature, with the nature of us, to understand that maybe we have a lot of things that are going on in our lives. Maybe we have a lot of different manifestations that came forward. Maybe a lot of our secret dreams or not secret dreams are coming true. And we don't know how to feel about it. And we're kind of resetting again. Now, what if our reset goes back into negative mindsets? Because that's literally what was happening with me. I've been working on manifestation since I went to that coaching program. I got what I wanted. I got more. I got more than what I wanted. And I'm sitting around overwhelmed by the abundance of what I have manifested. And so what I really want to offer here is like from a coaching perspective, right? Like spiritually, whenever we are manifesting things, it can just come. It's all here. And so now, once we have all of the stuff, now we need to use the new moon to step back, reorganize our lives, reset our goals, reset our terms and conditions, reset our routines and rituals. So that way we can take everything that we have received and move forward in it. If you have been asking a question, is this right for me? And the answer keeps coming back, chaos. The answer is probably no, right? Because it doesn't feel ease and effortless, like sitting under a tree. It feels like running away from our shadow. Then what we can do is we can accept the answer, right? Accept the answer that we are receiving, determine whether or not it's accurate with what we want, and then either rid our lives of it or continue in this chaos in order to transmute or to better understand our karma, which usually has to do with more of those subconscious belief systems, which is why we get super overwhelmed whenever we get things and we don't know how to organize them. Does that make sense when I say that? Right? It's like, I want this. You get it. And then all of a sudden you're reset, right? You're reset. So all of your subconscious programming is going to come up. Am I worth it? Is this good? Am I bad? Am I good enough for this? Okay. The mind's going to start going back to base level. And so then we have to reset our thoughts, our belief systems, our routines. Okay. And then get our lives back in alignment. This is not the easiest process. So what are some tips for this? Some tips would be listening, making sure that you're watching what you're listening to and watching, okay? Because we're sponges. Everybody in my community is a high level empath conscious creator. I know it. I know it. I came on here a couple weeks ago and I was like, y'all have been lying to me. I have not forgotten. I see you all. You are highly empathic. It is absolutely crucial that whenever we get into these periods of chaos and like the SpongeBob in the burning room, right? That we really start listening to motivational videos. We start listening to like high frequency music, okay? We start meditating a little bit more. We start going into self-reflection and inquiry. We go into some shadow work. I've learned so many different tools for shadow work, and every time I get a new tool, it just like totally shatters the glass of what I thought shadow work was. Today, whenever I was sitting in meditation, one of the messages was talking about like positive and negative, like talking about like science, right? Like something has a positive charge, it has a neutral charge, or it has a negative charge. And being mindful of whenever we get into the negative charge, we're going to attract more negative things, right? Which is what everybody says, like negativity is going to attract negativity, right? But then something inside of me also said like, the negative charge is the beast, like is the human. It's the nature of you, and the positive charge is more of like the soul of you, because it's the animal, it's the body and the mind and the subconscious that contains all of the earthly experiences. It contains the genetic code. It contains the trauma, right? So like that is the animal. That is this being that you see here. That is Alicia. It's stored in my muscle tissue. It's stored in my cells. It's stored in my consciousness, right? My brain in terms of consciousness. So that could be considered like the lower self, the shadow, the ego. And then the positive, if we want to say that, is higher charged. So the higher self, the soul, the superconscious. Does that make sense? I found that super fascinating whenever that came through, because again, here we are in Gemini season and communicator, right? It's like there are too many words to describe what this is. So can we just sink into the understanding of duality of self? And rather than labeling it as good or bad, can you just accept that this thing, this person that I get to embody has experienced some crap, has been programmed, and some of the programs can be rewired, but like on a deep level, it's nature. It just is who I am. And I can spend my entire life hating it and trying to change it and working to change it and working to change it. Oh, I got to change. I got to get better. Oh, this sucks. Or I can accept and love the fact that this being is who she is, no matter what. And this is something that I want to invite into my life, acceptance. and knowing that I can change, and it really all does begin with this and with this. Can I love myself? Can I think loving thoughts about myself? Can I think of trust? Can I trust me? Can I accept me? Can I create harmony between the heart space, which has its own electromagnetic field, and my brain, my thoughts, my animal brain as well. It's a journey, really studying and understanding the human body, understanding that sugar is addictive, understanding that my body requires certain foods, vitamins, and minerals in order to function at like optimum health. Understanding that I need to drink water. This being needs water. It's like 80% water, And when I don't provide it with its basic needs, movement, nutrition, touch, which is all with the root chakra, then there's going to be a little bit of fight, war happening within me and my beast, within me and my human, because my human has needs. This body has needs that need to be met. That's the foundation of this experience. Yeah? Does that make sense when I say that? Sleep. I need sleep. Most of us do. All of us do. Basic needs, foundational. When we meet those foundational things and we're able to build up, then we go into creativity, right? The sacral chakra. Then we go to empowerment and action. We can take authentic, powerful action when our basic needs are met and when we feel in tune with our creativity. Yeah. And then when we take empowered steps, then we can come from a place of love. It's like, I know who I am. I love me. I know me. I take care of me. And that heart chakra, that heart center is the seat of the soul. And it's when we have this opportunity to really dive into who we are as a human and our creativity as that we get to unlock the upper chakras as well. Expression, insight and intuition, connected to the oneness, and they all require each other. We have to develop and know ourselves spiritually and know ourselves humanly. And I can honestly say that as a person that goes on the spiritual path, that sometimes I can totally get lost up here, get lost in my identity as a spiritual person, And that's why I think that the more that we go onto this spiritual depth, like, the word depth to me is not spiritual expansion, right? We're all spiritual beings. We already know. We're already spiritual. We're already in a collective consciousness. That's just what it is. But can we be human? Can we go deep into that? Can we bring it down into the humanness of us and bring that spirituality aspect into the chaos and the responsibility that comes with being a human? Like, there really is a responsibility that comes with that I think is really interesting. And I think that there's a lot of things that have made it very complicated to just be human, because we're so magnificent. We're so cool. We're such an interesting species. And that is really the message that I wanted to come on here and share, Right. Yeah, Teresa, be human, human being. It's not called human doing, human being. Yeah, be human. And the end of the story, it said what? If he would have just sat down under the shade of a tree and been one with nature, he would not have been running from his shadow. Nature would have already taken care of that for him. But sometimes we're too busy running. Sometimes we're too busy doing. We're running from ourselves. When we need to just sit down and chill. Just need to sit and be. It's okay to be. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay. It really is. It's normal. It's normal to cry. It's normal to get upset. It's normal to get confused. It's normal to project yourself onto others. All that stuff is normal. So we don't have to judge ourselves and beat ourselves up about it. And we can increase our awareness of it, not to transcend it, but to become one with all of it, to become one with the human experience, with the being experience. Yeah. So that really is it for me. I want to keep it short and sweet. I hope that all of you are doing well. I hope the new moon is giving you a nice foundation for seeing things. I know for me, I really need to sit down and take an inventory of all of the amazing things that just came into my life, of all of the amazing opportunities and possibilities that are present in my life. And I need to take an inventory of them. And then I need to pick and choose which ones I'm going to put all of my energy into. Because I know that when I put my energy into these things, it's just going to make them blossom and bloom even more. And that is such a gift, and that is such a blessing. I refuse to waste my energy on worrying about things and overthinking them. Yeah. And if that feels accurate for you too, taking an inventory and just seeing what you have, so that way you can figure out maybe where you want to go, I encourage that, because you're amazing and you deserve to continue to grow. But I also want to let you know that, like, growth is inevitable. Like, you don't have to do anything to grow. It's just going to happen. So, hey, Chelsea, peace and love. All right, fam. Keep up the great work. You all are doing fantastic. I feel you in my heart and the very beingness that is me. You guys are killing it. And it is such an honor to walk alongside you all in the astral realm, on the physical realm, wherever we're rocking it. I'm here with you. Keep up the great work. Know that you are loved. Know that you are, like, seriously so protected, so surrounded. If you need somebody to talk to, if you want to reach out, please feel free. Check out my free 5-day challenge. Okay. I do have some activities that can help kind of take an inventory and help set up goals. If that's what you're looking to do, if that's what you're looking to be right now, is a manifester and a generator and a creator, you know? And if you're feeling just like leaning back and just like coasting with this wave, enjoy it. And maybe that might change every hour of the day. Welcome to Gemini season. All right. I love you all. Peace and love. Bye.